Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and it is I, your host, Sir Roland Bowley, and it appears as though we're together once again. And that must mean that it's a Friday evening, or afternoon, or morning, or late at night, wherever you're located on this globe of ours, and we find ourselves here in the Circuit of the Americas, it's called here, in Texas. It's a very large state in the United States of America, and that's where we find ourselves here. As right away we have a racing driver, a handful of them, out on the racing circuit. Now let's prepare. Let's get ourselves ready. Only one more thing needed there. That's the lap data there. Right away on track in the Williams there, we have a newcomer here, Corey, I suppose, is filling in for a Williams driver tonight. We'll take a look at all that here shortly. Who is that we're missing? The other Williams driver, Evil Hunter, is right there, so it appears as though he must be filling in for no one. That seat is, that might be his seat now. Anyway, it's Rainers Racing League, it's Friday night, and sponsored by Sundays are going, and there'll be many racing drivers here turning laps. We've got a long way to go here, so, get yourself a snack and, some sort of beverage, whatever you prefer, and sit back, relax, and watch some good racing action here. Now, curious thing, though, I want to apologize there. Apparently we pick up a feed every week from some satellite, I don't know, right as our broadcast satellite comes up in space and comes across there, it crosses paths, it must cross paths with another satellite, and it gives us footage from the very same track, very odd bit of footage with other drivers, and it's interesting, but anyway, we're here, and these are our drivers, and hooray, and away they go. Now, we are not riding on board currently with the driver who was first out. That is, which guy? Why, it's this fellow. It's Draper. And away he goes. It appears as though that guy right there, Draper, will be the first to set a racing, a qualifying lap here in his Haas machine. And so that's it. But in front of him, it's Jack Blunn. Jack Blunn will want to get what's referred to in the industry as the hell out of the way, and he does just so. That guy, Draper, maneuvering his car right, left, right, all over the place. Tricky is this circuit here, and especially that sector there in this racing circuit. It's a twisty one there. You've got to be on your marks there. Because before you know it, if you miss one and don't recover, you're screwed, and that's the way it is. And so, anyway, welcome to each and every one of you, and out there in your homes and offices, or perhaps driving and listening safely with your mobile device in the seat beside you, and just listening only to the sweet, soothing sounds of someone's voice eventually, but we welcome you. And that guy Draper is trying to welcome, see what the finish line has to say as it welcomes him momentarily. And here he comes. He'll cross it. There you see it up ahead, and so, as I was, blabbering on about God knows what, it appears as though 3 other drivers set times, and this guy Draper was not the first, but it was nice to see him there. He's not been racing here for some time. And there above him, though, there's the good Duke himself in his Racing Point machine there. It's the good Duke Puppington. There we have Magnus in the other Haas machine there. And, why, it's Hefe in his Mercedes. But he's invalidated here on his second lap. But he's just coming around to be done, and that's fine. Now, let's try to pay attention. I'll warm up eventually. Let's see who is on a lap now. This is though Durant has just set a lap quite some time ago. No, it was oh, Evil Hunter. There he goes. He's up there hunting away in P2. Good for you, sir. Now, who are we going to look at? Here comes Jack Blunn, and he, I believe, is right behind his good friend Tristan. There he is in the Ferrari, and Jack Blunn behind in that orange McLaren. Are they perhaps trying to work in some sort of tandem? We'll find out. Long way to go. As Nismo sets a fast lap there. which is something we've grown quite accustomed to here in Raina's Racing League on a Friday night. Nismo going to the top of the boards. He's in a Mercedes, and that brings me to a point. It's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's, realistic performance in this league. So some leagues run it equal in all the cars. It doesn't matter if you have a Ferrari or a Williams, you'll run equal. Not here tonight, not on Fridays, not in Raina's Racing League. Oh, no. It's realistic. So if you're in a Mercedes or a Red Bull, you'll be quite pleased with your state of affairs. But look out if you're in a Williams or a Haas, perhaps, lowlier vehicles. Oh, but he already set a P2 lap there in his Ferrari. Good job for you, Tristan. It looked like he was perhaps going for another one, but he failed. Jack Blunt goes P3 right behind him is McLaren, so good job, the two of you. Could Jack Blunt be going again? I doubt it highly. Now, let's try to see who's coming round. Puppy's coming into the pits. The Haas machines, could they be going again? So, what can Magnus do? Where's Magnus been in qualifying of recent? He goes P3. There was a time where, week in, week out, it was like, look out for little Magnus, but... oh, and look at this! Mr. I have a brand new wheel. But is he using his wheel tonight? I wonder. Puppy Jr. recently acquired a racing wheel. Anyway. I was waiting for, and now that you're good? Okay, yes, settled in there and ready to go. He's got his tea there and he's prepared. I'm pleased to welcome back from last week my dear uncle Roderick Poley, and welcome, dear uncle.
Well, it is a pleasure to be here with you again, dear nephew. And I find myself watching once again, as is customary when I am in your presence, racing cars being pushed to the limit. And Cairo is no exception, and P2 is what he has achieved here.
Well, that's true, Uncle, and well put, and welcome to the broadcast, and my goodness, if you weren't with us last week, what a blessing and a treat, and a wonderful bit of music to your ears you're about to have, because that was wonderful. Now, Cairo was capable of going P2 there, which would please him. Now, who is out here? Radar, where are you located, Audrey? Just beginning his racing lap, so we'll wait. Iron Knight. No, wasn't in. So let's see, who could be coming round here next is Apex. He's on his outlap. So yes, it appears Iron Knight will be the next one to come round, and then we'll hop back to Rainer and... Now as we look at this racing circuit here, he's opened his drag reduction system. Or not. So he's not on a lap anymore. So he must be just preparing to come round on a lap. So we'll go elsewhere. Here comes Rainer. Now he's going to get a bit of a tow here from Regan McKinnon. Now, Regan McKinnon, my goodness. Best to put that fellow there in a horse and buggy if you want to have any chance of doing anything. He's a very fast racing driver. Now he isn't an Alfa Romeo. What will he be able to do in that lesser racing machine, so to speak? Very strong racing driver. In fact, if you little known thing, if you want to if you like where you're at in your time trial leaderboards, don't befriend Mr. McKinnon there, because you'll drop a spot, guaranteed. It's depressing. So anyway, moving on. What can Rainer do here? As he rounds the final turn, the clock is at 1:30. It continues to roll, but it stops at 1:32.613. I believe that will please Rainer. He'll of course always want to go for the P1 there, but I think that'll be okay. Now, who is coming around next? Who could it be? Who's it on board here with Apex? What can he do? Wait, nope, Regan's way back there. Wait, here comes Apex. What are you capable of, sir?
I believe I'm going to make a bold prediction early, nephew.
Oh, Well, do tell, Uncle. What is this prediction of yours?
I predict a victory by Apex _F1.
My goodness, laying down a gauntlet early is Uncle Roderick. Really going for... Is Puppy Junior's retired from this session? Is he crashed? Was he just, Nope. Gotta slow down a bit. Always, takes me one time. I have to remind myself that this is, Q1, and Puppy Junior is clearly just saying to himself, I'm good. It's okay, and, that's it. So, because of course I'm sure, yes, they all have soft tires on, no need to look at that, and, so Puppy Junior's confident, he's squeezed through, and, saying to the likes of the fellas down towards the bottom, you can't touch me. Now, coming across the line there, it was Regan McKinnon was able to post a P6 there, and I'm sure he'll want to do more, but could it be enough to get him through? Puppy Junior decided to retire. Will he? I think we maybe... No, Rena has chosen to come into the bits. There, my miniature map. So Apex is the next driver to come round. As Durant has set a P6, I do believe I missed that. Apologies to Durant. I'll try to improve, but no promises. And Apex is only capable of this moment of improving to P13, and I'm afraid, dear uncle, that your choice of Victor could be in trouble of not making it through to Q2.
Worry not, nephew, for Apex will succeed. The time could be just sufficient for him to place another set of soft tires and complete another racing lap superior to the one we've just witnessed here.
Well, we'll look in. We'll hope so, Uncle. Now I, however, am not going to make. Well, I made my winner pick here. I don't know. I'm going to wait a bit. On my choice, but anyway, we look forward to how that plays out for you, Uncle. Now we've been riding on Apex short here for quite some time. There are drivers coming around here now. Heavier set of purple, sector 1. We'll come back to that, but meanwhile, who looks like they're coming around in a speedy fashion? It is no, not Durant. Who's decided to conclude his time, of course. Certainly, Apex will be hustling. Can he do it? Does he have enough time? Because he has the likes of this guy here. It's that guy Draper. He's on an outlap. I believe Apex may be good there, Uncle. So we'll wait and see. But so he's on an outlap here. We're missing Tomas and we're missing Benjamin Cardiff. Where's Benjamin Cardiff? This Iron Knight has retired from the session, apparently being top of the board there, which we missed. Is okay for him. And so, he'll just be content with that and sit and wait. Now, looking forward, Tomas will be coming around. What sort of lap can he provide for us today in his Alfa Romeo? Is that a little snake on the side there? Dragon of some sort. Very scary. And what does Thomas have to say? Oh, no, P14. He will not like that. I think he may be concerned as to his likelihood of continuing. Now, who is behind that is going to try to do him in there? That guy Draper's coming, and here comes Mr. Cardiff. What can he do in that Red Bull? Very, very tricky there section, but Benjamin Cardiff navigates it quite cleanly. Let's ride on board through these final 2 turns, and what can he do? Oh no, Benjamin Cardiff. Will he have time to go again? Yes, he's going to go again, I'm sure. Because that's not going to do it. We're going to lose the bottom 4 here. And a 5. A 4. Boy, I'm terrible. Never do remember, do I? Now, who is next to come round? There is a... Williams completing a lap. Could that be Evil Hunter? No. It's Corey beginning his lap there. Eventually I'll succeed at part of this, and someone would be the beneficiary. Now, yes indeed, Apex there, he comes round, you see it on your screen. Tristan has retired from the session. He's going to roll the dice here and say that no one behind is going to react. There's only one car on an outlap there. But the drivers are already out behind Draper, Benjamin Cardiff, and so forth. Corey. Tristan with a bold move. Is he good? Now, let's move back to people that are on laps here. Where is Cardiff? He is invalidated. That is unfortunate. We're looking here, but I get to see anyone that's really threatening to, do anything. So now Regan McKinnon, he's on an outlap here. Now bear in mind the clock that we see here that has just expired on our screen, or at least on mine, it says 0 and with 2:50 to go there, time remaining. But oftentimes the drivers see a very different clock, and so we'll think the time has expired when indeed they're actually able to start a lap still, because their clock is different. It's just one of the many brilliant bits of mastery of code that we've been gifted here in this game. Nope, he's just out there having a good time. So, that's that. Now, is anyone actually doing anything? Thomas will be coming around here. Nope, plus 3.2. That will not be sufficient. And correct savant, did you? Nope. So, I think that's it there. Now, Apex. Oh, good. Now, he is plus 139, but I think he can gain that back if he has a magical section here. Can he do it? Let's hope so. Be speedy. Oh, he improves! Apex has made it through to Q2, and we are so excited about this. Oh, my dear uncle, aren't you pleased?
I knew there was no doubt that Apex would find his way. And I know that in the race he'll do the same.
Well, that's very likely, and he'll have to be fired up about that lap there. Unfortunately, the 4 drivers who are not fired up right now currently are Correct Savant, Corey, Benjamin Cardiff, and what's this? The racing point of the Duke of Puppington. Oh my. Well, I hope he has some sort of activity to keep him busy throughout the race, because as we all know, he's quite old. So maybe he'll go for a stroll in the park, because he's going to have some time, as will these other fellows. We'll miss them dearly. So somebody be sure to wake those fellas up in about 20 minutes time, and then we'll go racing. And hopefully they'll be well rested. But the rest of us will move on to Q2 now. Turn on the lap data there. Turn off that, and away we go. Who would be the first? And oh no, we do need to bring up the details and what tires they have fitted, because as you can see, there are some medium tires coming out here. What will be the strategy of these racing drivers? Evil Hunter, Regan McKinnon, Nismo, and Tomas have all chosen the medium tire thus far, and they're saying that I can make it through to Q3 on these tires. Now, if you're new to Formula 1, the top 10 will go through to the final qualifying session to fight for pole, and if you're in that top 10, whatever tires you set your fast lap on in this session here, Q2, well, that's what you'll be starting on in the race, and everyone from 11th on back can have free choice of whatever they want to do. So, who will be going mediums? It looks about half and half here. Now, Evil Hunter, what can he do on these medium tires? He is a quick racing driver, but he is in a car that is not known for its speed. Speaking of which, the constructors' standings, AlphaTauri, which consists of Apex and Rayner. Again, this is Rayner's Racing League. Did I mention that? He likes it when you say his name. Anyway, they have 342 points, and that is superior to all the other teams. However, the other Alpha in the group, the Alfa Romeos, which of course we all know consists of Regan McKinnon tonight and Thomas. And they currently have 311, and that is 31 points out of the lead. And then it is a mighty gap, 99 in fact, all the way down to the Renaults, and so on and so forth. All the people that are languishing and wrecking a lot, I suppose. But the AlphaTauris and the Alfa Romeos, if the Alfa Romeos can have a good day here today, they need to capitalize and not let these AlphaTauris get away. And that's what AlphaTauris do. They get away. Now let's ride around. We've ridden on board here. Let's ride a lap with Evil Hunter and just listen to the sounds of the Williams. And sorry if it's kind of gross compared to the other cars, but you know, here we are. As you can see, as I've been watching, just as you, the viewer at home, have been doing, Evil Hunter here, showing us that this circuit here, Circuit of the Americas in Texas, is no laughing matter at all. It requires the utmost concentration, and Evil Hunter has completed his lap there to 134.758 on a medium tire. Now, who will be able to best it? Next is an invalidated Nismo here, want to go receive some encouragement from somewhere, and that was a joke about validation. Sorry. Anyway, yep, I failed. Regan McKinnon. What did I tell you? Very quick. In his, let's look at him. There it is. In his Alfa Romeo. Is that dragon on the side eating a man? My God, I've never looked very closely at this livery, but it appears as though there's a dragon or a snake serpent of some kind devouring a human being on the side of the Alfa Romeo. My goodness. Perhaps that's the team that Evil Hunter should be after. We'll see if he has good battles, and indeed there's evil in front of him. I don't trust that anymore. I'm not so sure about that car. But moving past my idiocy, hopefully, at least a little bit. We have Renault run out lap here. Then we have behind him. Oh, it is the... Oh, look out. It's another Alfa Romeo. Watch your backs now. Thomas, what can he do on the medium tyre, as the soft tyre appears to be the lonely fellow on track currently. But it's all about what the soft tyre fellows can do. If they can blast out there and put some fast laps down, some of those medium tyre fellows are going to have to come out and put on soft tyres themselves to make it through to Q3. So we'll see. There's one right there. There's Durant. And that's 9/10 there. That's nearly a full second faster than Heavy's attempt there on the medium tyre, who was able to best Regan McKinnon now again. Regan McKinnon in the Alfa Romeo, and Heavy is in the what have you, the Mercedes. And Nismo, let's not miss it. Nismo goes P3 in the other Mercedes, and so Durant there in the Ferrari has laid down a superior lap to his competitors thus far. Now, whom will be next? Was it who?
No one knows, dear nephew, which usage is correct.
That's good to hear, because you're certainly a learned fellow, Uncle. So for you to say that makes me feel better. I'm normally quite a wordsmith.
Listening to you speak is as though I'm bathed in rays of bright sunlight in the ears.
Oh, well, that's very strange, Uncle, but, thank you for that, I suppose. Magnus, do something. And he has done so, and on request. Magnus goes purple in Sector 1, and that is the old Magnus we're talking about now. Sector 2. What can you do, Magnus? Because your car is going to be compromised on speed. Will you be able to do anything, exciting here? And on medium tires, so Magnus, at a double disadvantage, what can he do? Will he choose to open his drag reduction system? Oh, look at that! I have never noticed that before. You see the little gizmo there at the bottom of the screen? I think there's a lever system there that just pops open the DRS, and there you see a snapshot. Look, that was neat. I like a good bit of, learning. It's good to learn, and I've just learned something there. Very exciting. Now, Magnus, what can you do, sir? Is that a Cairo right behind you? No, that must be Jack Blun. So Jack Blun right behind, also on a lap. Jack Blun in the McLaren, so one would expect Jack Blun to set a superior lap, but then again, this is Magnus we're talking about here. Preparing the left-hand turn, and as expected, he does so, completes it. A little squirrel to do there, and perhaps he'll want to have leveled off a bit there, more on that. But he's completed his lap. And Jack Blun only capable of 135.109, but perhaps he's going to take a second lap and go faster. Now, Puppy Jr., he is on an out lap. Previously at... that's not you. Rainer, we missed Rainer. He set a lap down his medium tires. Oh, and he has certainly finished, so, P3 is what he's done there, and he'll be pleased with that, I do believe. Now, confused a bit there, if you can believe that. Who are we looking for? Oh, no, Puppy Jr. has invalidated. That is unfortunate. If I had about to begin his lap there, so no. Could it be Cairo? No, we already checked that. Oh, do you see that? On your screen, the colour has turned purple in Sector 2. Tristan's Ferrari has appeared to stay inside the boundary lines, and if he can continue to do so, we could be in for, perhaps a Tristan sighting at the top of the board. Who knows? As Durant goes fastest there. Apologies again to Durant, I promise. I don't have anything against you. I just keep missing you. You're a sneaky one there, Durant. I'm gonna have to watch you. Except clearly I have not been doing so. There's so many racing drivers. Tristan, P2! Oh, look at that. 43, time thingies, shy of Durant's time. And, that will be... if this was Q3, he'd be pretty sad about that, but, it's not. So, whatever. Now, as Magnus peels off, he was giving a bit of a tow to a racing driver, but it was the invalidated Jack Blun. Go get it, Tiger. There's a little validation for you. You can do it. I don't know if that's true, but hopefully he believes it. Although I do believe, no, Jack Blun can do it. We've seen him. We've seen him do it. He's done things before. We've been witness to it. Now, Iron Knight, let's not miss you, sir. We missed a quicker lap by you earlier, and we're trying to stay on board here on the soft tyre, so let's expect big things here from the Renault of Iron Knight. Through the final turn. What can he have to say? Oh! Well, he appears to have turned the entire track purple, indicative of a very quick lap. And he's at the top of the charts, and everyone else is not. So, good for you, sir. Now, there's Mercedes coming round. Must be beginning a lap there. Who's the next? It looks like a very fast-moving, little Jackery blonde there. What can he do here? Can he maintain? Can he set a clean lap? He's on his medium tires, and Jack Blun says, "Shut your face there, Sir Roland, because I'm okay then, alright, hang on to it there, fella." But he's at his purple sector too. And his McLaren there, it's orange in colour, it's blue and black hints there, and it says something about chocolate on the back end. It's just odd to me, but anyway, down goes Jack Blun, left-hand turn. What does the time say? Oh, P8. So, whatever. Now, I don't know if Jack Blun's is going to feel very safe there in P8 with the likes of Magnus and Evil Hunter and Apex and all these other racing drivers far behind him here. That is not a safe place to be. Cairo coming out on an outlap on the soft tyre, so we'll look back at that Puppy Junior medium tyre. He'll be pitting. He knows it's time for the additional lap on the mediums, and he starts anew. He's still convinced that he can do it. He might be changing his mind now. The wiser decision may have been to pit, because unless he knows he's got one up his sleeve here, and but it's hard to get into the sleeves in these cars because it's tight.
That guy, Draper, has retired, feeling that his lap on the medium tyre at 1:34.379 is sufficient to push him through to the third and conclusive qualifying session, soon to follow.
Yes, you're correct there, Uncle, and that guy Draper there feels confident. Now, who should not be feeling confident on the bubble right now is Regan McKinnon, but I don't think he's going to need to do much worrying at all. Puppy Junior will be coming into the pits, and he will not have enough time to set another lap, so I believe Puppy Junior may have just shut it down and said, that's all I've got. I'm done. Now, here comes your fellow, though, Uncle Apex, starting his first qualifying lap on the medium tyre. What can Apex do? Let's ride on board with him. 8th gear he has chosen. Now he selects to go to lower gears. Tomas moves appropriately. Now, can Apex do here through center 1? Can he hit the wall? Yes, he has achieved it! But sadness has ensued in the hearts of all Apex fans, because indeed that was not his intention, and look at the poor little wiggly tire there. Oh, the poor little fellow, and hopefully little virtual Apex there is okay. We don't see him moving, but I will assume that the safety crews can get there. Oh, a poor stricken AlphaTauri of Apex, and dear Uncle, your choice there for the race winner is, well, he's heading back to the, he's getting an ambulance ride, I do believe, right now, or one of those little scooters or something.
Words do not exist to express my condolences as Cairo purples the track. The loss of dear Apex will be lamented in the Poly home for 10 to 20 minutes tops. But currently it's a sad state, and Cairo succeeded.
Cairo has indeed succeeded, Uncle, as a P1 is his current position there on the soft tyres now. He is in trouble. That guy Draper is in deep trouble, because Jack Blun is, well, Jack Blun's not going to do anything, so rest easy. Jack Blun's not on the attack, but Tomas is, as well as Regan McKinnon, and there's a purple sector 2 in his scary little Alfa Romeo with red stripe balloonies on it, and so that's going to be a very fast way to go. Through the tight and twisties he goes. Oh, look at that. Is that a slide? It'd be fun. But in the wintertime, they rent out sleds, and you can just launch right over that.
I doubt it.
Regan McKinnon goes P4. I'm telling you. Watch out for this fella. Now, back behind, we do have a Haas, it appears, and then Tomas. Now, why is there? No, so Magnus is out there, but he's concluded, so this is it. And that's it, because Tomas is invalidated, and that is concluded. Everything here, it's over. And sadness ensues for Draper already. Then Jack Blund, Tomas, Evil Hunter, and then Apex. Unfortunate that was, and we were right on board with it. And we know that there's a lot of Apex fans out there, and in my uncle included. And we know that they'll be pulling for him P15. Now, that's something to start thinking about, of course. Apex not a driver to, mope about and, throw a fit. No, he'll be focusing on his race strategy. That's going to be important, because he's going to have a lot of strategery to do. Back from P, what have you, in the teens there. But we'll see what he does. Now, again, we move forward to Q3, and the fast 10 indicated there, Rainer squeaking through there. Medium tires is what Nismo, Puppy Jr., Hefe, and Rainer will be starting the Grand Prix on, as Cairo, Iron Knight, Magnus, Regan, Durant, and Tristan in the Ferraris. Right there, pair of them on the soft tires. Now, so, away we go. Q3 is our destination. And away we go. Can see several racing drivers are out on the circuit there, and Q3 is officially underway, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you're all excited, because this is what it's all about. Prior to the race, this is what it all comes down to. Which racing driver has the focus? Which racing driver has the I think focus really summed it up. Who's going to do it? Uncle Robert, you have chosen Apex for the race victory, and I know you stand by your word there, but qualifying is about to conclude here, and who is your choice for the pole sitter here? Who will it be?
Well, I do believe I should choose a driver in a Renault by the name of Iron Knight.
Are you okay, Uncle?
Yes. I seem to have, unfortunately, in my exuberance to gesture of my allegiance to Iron Knight's pole sitting, I seem to have toppled my drinking water upon my lap. Now I sit at quite a crossroads indeed.
Well, feel free to step away and take care of that.
I shall be a trooper and simply remove the problem momentarily. 1 moment, if you...
You're not going to sit... Is Regan McKinnon is our first car on track here, the Alfa Romeo? Uncle, my God. Please scoot up to the desk. Thank you. As Regan McKinnon is the first car out here in Q3, and he's in an Alfa Romeo, and we've already discussed how evil and scary looking it is, and we have no evil hunter out here on track to keep us safe, so we'll have to be on extra guard here. Look at it again, right here as it goes by. There's a serpent eating a fellow, and it looks like quite an unfortunate end for that fellow indeed. Now what can he do here? Regan McKinnon. We were discussing the pole sitter here, so you've chosen Iron Knight, and then you had whatever happened there, and I'm going to choose this fellow here, Regan McKinnon. Look at that. Look how fast he is. He's so fast, he doesn't even need to sit a lap. He says, I'm just going to... I'm fast enough to do it in the bits. So, clearly no one knows what's going on there. And so who was the first driver setting a ladder on it? Oh, it's Magnus. Magnus was capable of doing so. 132.921 now. So we're clearly missing people, and I suck. Yep, is that what's happening? Yep, pretty much. So, AlphaTauri, it is himself, the good Rainer. What can he do? Red striped tires. The lovely AlphaTauri livery. You see, the AlphaTauri livery has a lovely bull on the side there. You know, he's not harming anyone. I mean, you wouldn't want to mess with him. He's clearly a rough and tumble sort of fella there, but he's a friendly fella. It looks like you could have fun with him at a get-together. And speaking of getting together, Rainer's got it together and posted a 132.741. Will it be sufficient? Will it hold? I doubt it, but he'll come in and fit some more tires and see if he can improve. Now, what on earth? Five-place grid penalty collision with Nismo. Oh, please, sweet. We have to go see this. Please don't let me miss this. Oh, God. Red car. Damn it. It appears as though utter failure has occurred back there. Nismo is out of the session. Now, we're not going to place blame, but there's another race car back there. It's a Haas that is not moving, and was that Magnus? I'm stupid, and that took me forever to realize that it was Magnus, but... Does he have damage?
Curious, indeed. Is he going...
I don't know what it looked as though he's going to pull right in front of that racing machine there. Is the cooling down Rainer. Very curious indeed here. What is occurring with Magnus? And he came together with Nismo, it appears, and we have no idea who's at fault. We'll find out, though, that's for sure. And now Regan has come back out. Apparently he didn't like those softs. Did he accidentally fit an old tire? Perhaps he accidentally fit an old set of softs from Q1, and that could be the mistake there. But now that he's got a good, nice, fresh set, he'll be away. Oh, is Magnus going to pit? I hope so. Yes, Magnus is coming to the pits, and here comes Regan round. But we don't want to mistry this. Nope, Tristan's coming into the pits. Well, that just really threw me off there, ladies and gentlemen, in a very curious state of affairs. And we'll have to find out what happened there. Now, a fast racing machine. Could it be heavy? 134.603. Is he going again? Yes, to the final turn he goes. He'll improve. But what will it be? Oh, it's capable of going to the top of the charts in his Mercedes racing machine. Patronus, indeed. He's thought up a very happy thought and cast his charm, and top of the board goes he. Now, all soft tires on all the racing machines right now. Is that Pape Jr. there? Oh, go again there, Phil. Try again there, you've invalidated, but you'll recover. Now again, wondering, is Puppy Jr. on his new racing wheel, or is he going back to the silly little joystick thing? What will he do for tonight? The Cosmos there on his helmet. I believe that's Orion on the... Oh, my goodness. Purple. Sector 1 in the Renault is Puppy Jr. Let's look at his hands. That will be the hands. That will tell us what he's using. It's all in the hands, you see. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. Now I'm wondering perhaps he's using his wheel.
The steadiness of the hands is the hallmark of all racing drivers.
What? Yes, steady hands are very important, Uncle. And I have to say it, I think Puppy Jr. is using his wheel. Little overcorrections here and there, but he's really good looking. I'm going to say this is a wheeled Puppy Jr. there. Yes, and I applaud him for accepting this challenge, if that's indeed the case, because round he goes. We're seeing none of the flickety-doo-dah, indicative of a controller, and Puppy Jr. has gone B1. I'm sure right there he's virtually pumping his fist. Pleased as his performance there. My goodness, well done, young man. But look out, because it is Cairo. He too has red striped soft tires on his McLaren, and he's coming. And Sector 2 was purple for him. So can he best Puppy Junior? Here he comes off the final corner, and what can Cairo do? Oh mew, my Puppy Junior is currently safe. But I don't know if you heard that. I certainly heard as Cairo came down the front straightaway there. I heard racing machines firing up in the pit lane, and certainly here comes one rolling down now. That appears to, I'm guessing, be Regan McKinnon, I'm guessing. Yes, there he is. He'll make the left-hand hairpin turn and begin his outlap. Now, Iron Knight on his outlap as well. Durant. Is Durant going again? Have we come to the conclusion of Sector 2 here, and we'll see.
Ray-Ban sunglasses were purchased by myself on a trip to Fort Lauderdale, Florida in the year 1982. So comprehensive was the protection for my eyes from the sun's deadly rays, as I became a lifelong supporter of their fine products. And so I am greatly pleased to see them on the side of the Ferrari of Durant and Tristan.
Well, yes, thank you for that, Uncle. It's a lovely story, and actually I've received quite a few pairs of those from you over the years. He's quite a collector indeed. You, the viewer at home, you don't even know. He's got an entire room dedicated to Ray-Bans. To each his own, whatever. But yes, Ray-Bans, and they're a wonderful product, and perhaps we'll receive some free with them. Who knows? But enough of the glories of Ray-Ban, and let's see who's doing things. As Rayner has begun his racing lap, what will he be able to do? But there are racers coming behind who are concluding laps. Regan is further ahead. There's Tristan on an outlap. It's Iron Knight. And Heffy's on his outlap, so Iron Knight will be the next to conclude. What can his Renault do? The only Renault in the session. And Iron Knight has said, I will go to the top of the charts, and he has done just so. And he has bested that lap there by Puppy Jr. by 4/10. Now, is Puppy Jr. back on the racing circuit? No. Puppy Jr. thought perhaps he might be safe, and turned out he was not. But will he be able to stay on the front row? We shall see shortly. As Durant, no, plus 12 seconds, he'll be coming in. Nothing left in the tank for Durant. Who's coming round? Who wants it most? It could be Regan McKinnon. That was my choice. Now, Uncle, you are currently sitting on board there with your choice.
Don't jinx it, nephew.
Yes, sorry, not trying to do that. What can Regan do? What can my pick do? Oh, look at that. He was right on the edge. And P4 is all he could do. But it was a purple sector 3, but it was insufficient to best Iron Knight. Now, here comes Rayner coming round. Will catch the end of his lap, and P2, 4/10 slower, and he's knocked Puppy Jr. off of the front row onto the second one. And no one able to touch the lap time of Iron Knight. Is there anyone else who can do anything with it? It's Heffer. And his Mercedes, can he do it? He is 2/10 down. That puts him at a 132.2. That's not enough. He needs a huge turn here. Can he do it? He cannot. It is only a 132.175. And that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's quickly go to your pole sitter there. It is Iron Knight.
Sometimes it is a burden to be of such great intelligence as I, but it is a burden I will gladly bear.
So Iron Knight is indeed proven you quite correct there, Uncle. Iron Knight, Raina, share the front row. Renault and AlphaTauri, but behind another Renault, and why, where's the other AlphaTauri? It's gone. Remember, Apex had that unfortunate incident, and look at that, Magnus Nickel, he's got the nickel, whatever, he's got a penalty. Because there was that coming together between himself and Nismo. Oh, what is this? Apologies if you can hear that outside. Apparently the gardeners decided to now's a good time to perform Operation, trim and blow there. And, it's very noisy, and hopefully that will pass momentarily, lest we stick the dogs on him. I don't have time. I have cats, and they're indoor cats, and I would never let them outside for anything. But nevertheless, I hope he shuts up soon. Thank you for your service, but go away. Anyway, so we're at the race, and welcome back to all of the racing drivers who are unfortunate and not able to join us. They're currently making their selections of things and what have yous, and I'm going to take a quick break, sponsored of course by our good friend Water. Water! It's good. I don't know if you, the viewer at home, have your own source of water nearby, whether it's from a bottle or a thermos or a refrigerator door or a well of some sort that you can hoist a bucket down and crank it up like the old-timey days.
That's the way we did it on the old Pearly estate. You'll recall, dear nephew, the time.
I already know this story. Please don't tell this story, dear.
Nevertheless, I'll.
We appear to have just suffered some sort of glitch there, but I think we're back. Thank you for not telling that story, though. It appears as though someone is jumbling up the session here and causing things to go quite awry. We wait for all these spinning circles, but it appears as though someone is... someone sucks. But we don't know who. Now, we'll just wait and hope that maybe the game will sort itself out. We've noticed over time that as the game has come to its conclusion, perhaps the care and attention that may have been given to it before, which did not very much, has indeed, fallen off a bit, like off a cliff. And so we find ourselves with all sorts of hullabaloo taking place. Only on lap 2 or so, the racing order, you'll see it'll jumble up, and it'll say the leader's in the back, and we'll just wait here as we watch for word from Raina to let us know what we'll be doing. And so we'll just wait on that.
You know, this gives me time to read a story as we have a moment.
No one wants to hear that.
Okay.
Sorry. So we're just gonna watch the thing here and see the plans and what we're gonna do, and They may be restarting the race. They may be just putting all the names in a hat and throwing them in a room and blindly picking them up, and that's going to be their finishing order. I doubt that, but we'll wait and see and suffer through this. So anyway, as we wait, it looks as though we are struggling here to find the qualifying results. That appears to be the hold-up here, because it's a live thing. No one has. Now, what someone could do is stop their broadcast, look at their results, and get the qualifying order. And it appears as though Regan McKinnon, Speedy McGee there, is going to come to everyone's aid, and we will be restarting this broadcast in about, a handful of a moment's time, so, restarting the race anyway. As we see, Draper has left the session, so it appears that we may see many racing drivers do so, and we'll return here shortly when we get this all sorted out. So bear with us. Hopefully you have nothing else to do, and we'll be back.